welcome to Fitness and Personal Training with Olga. In this section of the class, I'm going to do a series of up and down exercises. So you will be on the floor as well, so there'll be a lot of coming up and down, which is great for mobility and great for functional fitness as well. So I'm going to come back to the feet hip distance apart. Check that you're in neutral, check the shoulder blades are back and relaxed, the chin is parallel with the ground, and you're drawing in through the pelvic floor and the transverse abdominis, collectively known as the core, and keep that wide lateral thoracic breath. So I'm going to draw the roll down again. So this time I'm coming to a roll down. So if you're not very flexible and that's all you manage, you can bend into the knees and gently come forward here. There, and come into a box position. Now you're going to take the hands wide into a press up position. So we're looking at between 1 to 3 press ups. So this is your easy option here. So you're keeping that wide lateral thoracic breath and the core connection through the pelvic floor and the transverse abdominis. Now I'm going to bring the hands back to shoulder distance, tuck the feet under, and slowly come back up. So I'm going to come back up to here. So heels down. So I'm going to pick up the roll where you had that mobility. So if that was all that you could do, that's fine. So there's lots of options for everybody. And of course, this section of the class might not be for you if you struggle with a lot of this due to any conditions that you may have. So you might want to just do your press-ups on their own if you don't want to do the rolling up and down. Now this time I'm going to just walk it out onto the ground there. So I'm in an upside down V position here. Head between the elbows and heels coming down towards the ground. So I'm going to gently come on forward into a plank position. So that's quite hard on the core, so draw that core tight. It's going to open up the hands into a press up position. And you can also go down to a 3/4 press if you haven't yet got the strength through the upper body. So we're building strength through the chest and we're building strength through the core. So I'm doing it slower than you would do a press up if you were in the gym. So it's all about making the exercise slow and controlled and thinking about where you're going. So hands shoulder distance, heels tuck under, and gently draw more heels towards the ground. So getting a lovely stretch at the backs of the thighs as your heels are releasing towards the ground. Pressing through the hands and drawing the shoulder blades back. Now draw in and walk the hands in. So now, if you have the flexibility and you want more flexibility, just lengthen out through the knees so you can have that flexibility in the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings. So gently roll up again like you're rolling up the row of beads, or unrolling rather, the row of beads, vertebra by vertebra. So you pick up that section of the mobility class there. So I'm just going to do this one more time. So I'm going to draw the breath, nice deep breath in, big breath in, wide lateral thoracic breath. Exhale and relax the hands down. You don't have to do this bit. So I'm going to roll the shoulders forward, so you're rolling those row of beads into a curve, vertebra by vertebra, slowly coming down, feeling more stretch of the thighs, banks off the hamstrings. Come forward into your V pose and relax the backs of the heels down more than you think you can. Now draw the tail up a little bit higher so you find more length through the backs of the thighs. Head in between the shoulder blades, and I'm going to roll forwards into your plank position. So draw in through your core and take the hands wide so you're in your press up position. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're building that strength through the chest and you're working through the core. So I'm going to just do one more. So it's slower than what you would normally do in your gym session. Hands come back to shoulder distance, back to your V-stick pose, and draw the heels down more than you think you can. Head between the elbows and gently roll this up. So again, finding more mobility through the back and finding the spine re-lengthen vertebra by vertebra as you're slowly unraveling those row of beads back into a nice long vertical position, like you've hung the row of beads by a cord through the ceiling. So find that wide lateral thoracic breath and keep the connection with the core. I'm going to roll you down again, but this time we are going to come into a box position. So if you need any extra cushioning underneath your knees, it would be good to have that around before you come down to the ground. So I'm going to come forward, this time just gently coming into a box position. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. So I'm going to just start by just taking the leg back there. So we're going to concentrate on your back and your glutes a little bit. So to begin with, I'm just going to lift the leg up and down there. So we're toning through the thighs and we're toning through the glutes as well. So the back of the thighs and your glutes. So I'm going to perform about 8 on each leg. So we're nice and controlled and slow. So feel that wide breath and come on back. So knees underneath hips and then switch legs. So feel that squeeze in your glutes and keep nice and level in the remaining knee and hand. So try to keep the hips level towards the ground, so you're not lifting that back hip up too much. So the hips are both facing down towards the mat, but you're squeezing into your bum and thighs, and then just gently draw the leg in. So knees underneath